Hey, what's up guys, RSG here from PureCast9 and I have got myself yet another Bluetooth speaker. This time it's the Juarez Bluetooth speaker, and if you haven't seen my previous review of the Boat Stone 600, I'll leave a link somewhere in the description below, or I'll leave a card somewhere on top, so do check that out, but only after watching this. So this is yet another budget Bluetooth speaker that I've got myself. I'll come to the price at the end. Many of you might have heard of this, some of you might have not, but I decided to review this anyway because I set myself another budget and it fit my budget, and the claims on the pack at least seemed pretty good, so I went ahead and got it. So this is the Juarez Acoustics Beast, as you can see here. So Juarez, that's how it's pronounced. I was thinking it's pronounced Juarez as in the Mexican style or Mexican style, but no, it's pronounced Juarez with a stress on the R. Now let's just see what it claims on the box. So I'll show you the box here. So it claims it works or is compatible with Siri. It's obviously got Bluetooth and it can make calls, and that I think stands for some dynamic sound or whatever. All right, let's just check what it says on the side. So this is really important. So dynamic deep bass, built-in mic, which is always handy, up to 8 hours of playback time, built-in 3.5 mm aux port, premium 7 watt plus 7 watt speakers, and 1200 milliamp rechargeable battery. Now, quick thing I want to get out of the way first and foremost: whenever you buy speakers, Bluetooth speakers or whatever, please make sure you ask for what is the RMS output. You know, when those speakers claim 600 watt PMPO or 6500 watt PMPO. I'm talking about any speakers. Trust me, the PMPO is the peak output. So it doesn't matter what the PMPO is. What really matters is the RMS. So over here, when it says 7 watt plus 7 watt, they're talking about the RMS, which stands for root mean square. We are not going to dive deeper into what root mean square is, but just know that RMS is what actually matters. So 7 watt plus 7 watt, so it's got dual 40 millimeter drivers inside. All right, 2 drivers here and here, and they are 7 watt plus 7 watt, as so is claimed as per the box. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick read through of what is written on the back of this. So number one thing is 2 pieces of 40 millimeter 7 watt drivers deliver massive and rich sound. Passive subwoofer inside delivers outstanding bass. Built-in microphone for hands-free phone call. Low battery warning when battery power is low. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Easy connect to phones or other Bluetooth devices. Large capacity rechargeable battery for up to 8 hours playback. Can be used as a wired speaker, hence the aux port which I showed you. And activate Siri on iOS devices. So basically, it can summon Siri when you want it, and I'm guessing that's by long pressing the play button there. So, and it's compatible with smartphones, tablets, portable gaming, MP3 and MP4 players, laptops and desktops. Okay, so enough said, let's open this up. By the way guys, this is not an unboxing because I've obviously already opened it. That's the only way I'm going to review it. So cardboard packaging, pretty neat. I was impressed till this point. Nothing more, just some cardboard packaging there. Lift up the top, and you greet it with the speaker like so. All right. So let's just keep the speaker to the side here. Now inside this compartment, you have the obvious. You have the USB to micro USB charging cable. Okay, and they have been kind enough to provide us with a EP jack, so 3.5 to 3.5 if you want to connect it from some other input, and you get the manual, which we will obviously not read because the buttons and everything here are pretty intuitive, so you will figure it out nonetheless. So these go back. Let's close the box and let's start the review with the actual speaker. Okay, So this is it, as you can see. Let it focus. Okay, yeah, there we go. So this is the speaker right there, and it's got a metal mesh here, not a grill, it's a mesh, and it's got these diamond textures over here. Feels good. The whole thing feels pretty solid, very nice. It's got a rubbery texture, so it's not really plastic or fiber. It's got a rubbery feeling, but I don't know, it's some kind of fiber with a rubber coating. And on top you have your buttons. That's for answering ending calls, skipping to the next track, play, pause, skipping to the previous track, volume down, volume up. Here is an LED indicator. So this has many purposes: to show you that the thing is on, when it's charging, when you've reached peak volume. All right. At the back, we've got the branding there, Juarez. Then you have, let's focus on this, the on-off switch. It's just a flick from left and right. Micro USB port and the 3.5mm aux port. So this mesh actually, this mesh actually goes on to the sides as well. But there is no speaker unit on the side. It's all on just here. So just these two areas is where your drivers are. So sound does leak from the sides, obviously, but the main sound, the main thump comes from this area, not these. All right. And I almost went deaf when I put my ear in this area, because I was testing if by putting my ear on this area I was getting any sound. Obviously you get sound, but it's mild and doesn't hurt your ears even at full volume. But do not make the mistake of putting your ears in this area. You're gonna go deaf. Anyway, so let us switch this on. So all you do is flick it here. Gives you a reassuring sound. And the UFO lights, as I like to call it, they look like a flying saucer. So it's a mixture of blue and red. They keep flickering. So once you pairing, and I'm not going to go through the pairing. Okay, it makes that beeping sound. I don't know for what, but it does. And it doesn't mean it's done. It makes that beep because it's paired. It just does it after a few seconds once you switch it on. So you turn on the Bluetooth on your phone, search for this device. It's going to come as Juarez JAB888. It's going to come as Juarez JAB888. And you connect to that, and then it gives you kind of a tune, a little jingle, so you know that it's connected. Okay, so the build is solid, okay? No sound, no loose parts inside. All right, that's all good. Buttons are very tactile, so very clicky buttons. It's a good kind of a good feedback once you press the buttons. But the main thing why I would not suggest you get this, it's a minor reason, but okay, I'm going to switch this off, all right. So it's not waterproof. It is not water and dust proof. So it's got no IP67 or IP57, whatever, no certification. So unlike my Boat 600, Boatstone 600 Bluetooth speaker, which was IP, I think X7 certified, I think so, might be wrong, but it was definitely waterproof, and it had ports which could let water out in case water got in. This is not waterproof by any means, so you cannot take this anywhere near water, and dust is obviously going to gather. All right, so not waterproof, so make sure that you do not experiment with this in the shower, near the pool, or in the rain. So not waterproof. Am I clear? Okay, now comes the most important part, which is the sound. Okay, now the first thing that fooled me was that when you switch it on, again I will do it, and that sound which comes, this sound is so loud and it's got a little bit of bass to it that I was impressed right off the bat that this is going to give me massive, impressive sound. But I was let down. Okay, it's loud, no doubt about that. In totality, it's got a 14 watt RMS speaker, which is very good for a Bluetooth speaker of this price and this size. But the sound quality is not great. It's got thump to it, so you can even place the speaker like this. You can keep it standing like this, all right, or you can keep it like this. Obviously you cannot keep it on the buttons there, but yeah, sometimes I like to keep it like this or like this, whatever. Either way, the bass is there is bass, but it's not at all clean, and it varies from track to track. Obviously it depends on how good your recording is or what bitrate you're playing, but all in all, the bass needs it needs a lot of cleaning up to be done. At full volume, there is a tremble inside, so your bass gets muffled. It's not a very high definition bass as they claim. All right, the mids sometimes sound a bit hollow. The highs are okay, they are not harsh. Overall loudness is definitely worthy of having a 14 watt RMS speaker, but loudness is better than the quality of the sound that these speakers produce. I'm not saying they're crap. No way, they are not crap at all. They are pretty good, very impressive for the price. Okay, it's got a good build, but if you're really finicky or you're really particular about the sound you get from a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, then you might be disappointed, and I'm sure there are better options out there. But having said that, this is me being as ruthless as I can be. And guys, you know that on my channel, I like to offer brutally honest product reviews. All right, because I'm a customer like you. I've spent money on this and I want my money to be spent wisely. This is by no means a bad investment. For most or 80% of you, this will be great. It's got a decent sound quality, and if you want me to rate it out of 10, I'll rate them a 6.5. I'm taking away the rest because the bass is not clean. It could be much more clean. The mids could be more full. They sound a bit hollow at times, but it also depends from track to track. And the highs are good. All right, the highs are good. They're not harsh. They're good. Apart from this, one nifty thing you can do is to play around with the EQ in your phone and reduce the bass a little bit, manage the mids and the highs, so to your liking. But at full volume, the bass is not clean, and that I think right off the bat, once you play some song, you will know. And by the way, some tracks played really well on this. And if you get yours, try playing the track Shape of You by Ed Sheeran and get a high quality version of that song and play it. It sounds really good on this. All right. Even the bass is good. Not great, but good. All right. So don't get demoted. If you've ordered this, or if you want to order this because some of you might know what the price it comes for, go get it. All right. Go get it, because at this price range, this is really good. One more downside, I have to mention, at high bass levels or at high volumes, this whole thing starts to move. So if you're on a surface that is grippy, it might stay. I found that when I keep it like this, it tends to stay, let's focus. It tends to stay a little more still, but it still moves. I mean, the bass thump is so hard that it starts to move over time, and even at this, and this is not a good idea, because the recoil of the thump, that the bass that hits this mesh grill or the body, reverberates and goes to the back, and the whole thing starts to move even more. So keep an eye on that. But otherwise, like I said, play around with the EQ a little bit if you're really particular about the sound, and this will be a good speaker. Not great, let me mention again, but good. Okay, and for the price, I got this for $11.90, so almost $1,200, which is still around $700 less than the Boat Stone 600, but that comes with waterproofing and dust proofing. And I will do a comparison of those two later. I will definitely do that. I do not want to compare it right now in this video and speak for that. Speak for that product or for this against that. I'll do that in a separate comparison video. This video is for the Juarez JAB888. It's good. All right. For 1,200 bucks, this is good. Solid. If you're willing to compromise on waterproofing, then this is good. If you've ordered it, don't worry, you'll still love it. All right. So nothing bad there. And remember, you pronounce this as Juarez. Okay, I'm putting on an accent of, the Italian or Mexican, whatever. It's Juarez with a stress on the R. So there you have it, guys. That is my brutally honest review of the Juarez JAB888. A good speaker, a budget speaker, few compromises made on the waterproofing, but it's okay. You'll make do. Voice quality, call quality through this is decent. Not the best, but decent. Volume is loud enough. Charging takes around, I don't know, I didn't really time it, but it doesn't take too long. 2 hours at max is good enough. And what I did was I actually charged this using the my power bank. So I plugged in the power bank cable over here and it charged really fine. In 2 hours, this was at full charge. And once it's at full charge, it's going to be red. Yeah, I think so. And when you're playing something, and if you want to go to full volume, the way you know that you're at full volume is that the lights here, let's switch that on. So it's going to be blue, and once you reach the peak volume, just at one corner, the red light is going to keep blinking each time you press the volume up button. So it'll let you know that you are at full volume. The opposite does not happen when you lower the volume, but you know obviously because the volume is going to go down. All right. So there you have it, guys. If I've missed anything, if there's anything else you want to know, do let me know in the comments below. I will leave a link to this. I bought this from Amazon, and I will leave a link of this in the description below. Do buy it from there if you want to buy it. If you do, it helps the channel. It helps run the channel. So indirectly, you guys will be helping running this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to PureCast9 today so that you'll never miss a video. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.